Welcome to Straight Talk. Today, I'm pleased to welcome Tom Friedl. He's the president and CEO of Hospeco Brands Group, and Tom also serves on the ISSA Board of Directors as the executive officer. Tom, welcome.
Thank you.
Today, we're visiting with Tom to talk about his legacy with ISSA and get some thoughts from him on that, and also the 100-year anniversary that ISSA is celebrating in 2023. So, Tom, let's start with this question. Why don't you just share with us some of your history you have with ISSA and your thoughts on serving ISSA on the board of directors?
Sure. Well, I had the honor of representing the manufacturers as a manufacturer's board member a few years ago. And during that term, I learned so much that I asked John Barrett if there are other opportunities for me to continue to be involved. In 2019, the ISSA created the Government Advocacy Committee, and John gave me the opportunity to be the chairman of that since its inception. The committee is led by John Noderf and is doing some great things in the industry, as it just kicked off the Period Poverty campaign, and Hospeco is proud to be associated with it and is one of its major funders. With respect to the ISSA, I'm proud to serve on the board because of its power to affect change. It's much more than simply a trade show organization. It acts as an engine driving the cleaning industry's future. Its robust mission includes activities related to advocacy, education, charity, and mentoring. By being our industry's voice at the federal, state, and local levels, the ISSA furthers policies that helps us to be more successful as an organization, while also providing the public with a cleaner and healthier environment. The ISSA's charitable division pushes us to become purpose-driven industry, one in which cleaning is the charity. A great example of that is the organization Cleaning for a Reason. And the association's mentorship program helps to shape the leaders of the future. All of these missions dovetail seamlessly with our own corporate goals here at the Hospeco Brands Group. As a company, we're well aware of the products that we help make create a safer and hygienic world. It's why we view ourselves as a solutions company. The ISSA inspires us and the entire industry to think of the work that we do through a lens of finding solutions for a cleaner environment. Through service on the board, I'm proud to be continuing to advance the work of the ISSA.
Well, Tom, thank you for all you do for ISSA and, of course, the industry in general. I would say your schedule is a little busy at times, so doing the volunteer work takes away from your business, but it's all appreciated. I do want to talk about this. You know, ISSA is celebrating its 100th year anniversary in 2023. So I'd like to know, what are your thoughts on that milestone and what's exciting to you about the future of ISSA?
Well, we celebrated our centennial at Hospeco in 2019. Now that the ISSA's own 100th anniversary is just around the corner, what I think these two events mean to me is that there have been industries and people working in those industries for a long, long time, and people focused on making the world cleaner and more germ-free. I think it's important to remember that, because so often that we think about germs being a relatively new thing, something that's not been the top of mind in recent for many years. And while it's true that COVID gave everyone in the world a new perspective on just how important cleanliness is, it's important to remember that the organization's been carrying that flag for more than 100 years. It demonstrates how everything evolves. Bedrock ideas such as cleaning doesn't necessarily change. It's really the execution of those ideas that change and how you arrive at the end goal. That's why I value the ISSA and what excites me about the future. Having a front row seat as a board member to see what comes next is very exciting. It's why the ISSA and organizations like that, like a Hospeco, spend so much time and money on R&D. We all need to be beacons to lead the future charge of cleaning for all of us.
Absolutely. Well said. Thinking about your company, you touched on this a bit, Tom, but Hospeco and ISSA, that partnership, that long-term membership that you have, how much value do you place in that? What does that mean to you personally?
I think the ISSA really represents a continuum of innovation. Our recent trade show is a great example of that. It provides a place for the greatest minds in the industry to come together, to share best practices, discuss common challenges, and to look ahead to what's coming. Then everyone takes their own that information back into their own camps and works on solutions. What it really means is that we're all working to create the next set of best practices. And so when we come together, we're actually starting to set ourselves at a new level. It's how systematic change occurs and how problems today get solved. It's the very essence of the ISSA and why it has a very critical role in our industry.
Mm-hmm. Well, Tom, you've been doing this a while. I think for many people, when they're in their career and they've been doing the same thing over and over, they might lose some enthusiasm. You haven't done that. What keeps you going?
Well, Jeff, I think one of the greatest gifts that anyone can give to themselves is to not believe that they know it all. To commit to being a lifelong learner, to open your mind to the opportunities around you and to learn new things. That's how we all stay fresh and how we all maintain enthusiasm. None of us knows everything. And when the day comes that when we believe that there's nothing more for us to learn is the day that we become ineffective. And really the ISSA provides many great tools relating to this. For a generation, one of the ISSA's main roles has been providing resources to educate its members on all aspects that can positively impact a business. From online courses to white papers to a team of trainers that will come out to your place of business and teach in-person courses. The education at the ISSA is top-notch. It's another reason why I'm proud to continue advancing the mission of the ISSA.
I like that because some people do think they know everything and it doesn't work. So,
yeah.
No, a good point, Tom. To wrap it up, what would you like to tell those watching, our members, and maybe those who are just looking at ISSA as a possible opportunity?
Sure. I think that an important thing to remember is that our industry is a very important one. And no matter what people say about COVID, today, we as an industry are viewed more importantly than we were pre-COVID because people understand our mission and embrace it better than ever before. Keeping the world clean and hygienic is no small task. And I think once you embrace the missional nature of our work, it becomes less about cranking out product and much more about keeping the world supplied with the tools it needs to create a hospitable environment for everyone. This is really where the ISSA excels. It puts a human face on what we're trying to accomplish. When you get involved with the ISSA, you gain a greater understanding of how many lives are affected by our work. It's humbling and it's inspiring. It's a fuel that we all need to do our best work. It's why I'm proud to serve on the board and really why I encourage others to get involved with the ISSA.